All right, there we go. That's supposed to say WATC 500. Okay, I went and got a cake at the store, and I actually went and got like frosting, you know, the kind that you like write letters with. It was supposed to be orange to kind of complement the orange flowers, because I was thinking like, you know, orange tigers, all that fun stuff. And as I was loading the cake in my car, I put the bottle of frosting, or the bag that the bottle of frosting was in, on the top of my car. And then I got in my car and I drove away. So then I get home. And then I'm like, hey, where's that bottle of frosting? So I had to improvise. That's ketchup. I had to walk around the compound. Episode 500 extravaganza starting now. All right, a bunch of you were basically saying like, hey Derek, can you please, like, you know, instead of actually destroying a cake, can you just like eat a little bit of cake? And I'm like, all right. So in the interest of you know, fair play, and the fact that I have definitely spent a lot of time destroying cakes on Instagram, on YouTube, all that fun stuff, I'm going to go ahead and actually, for the 500th episode, I'm going to go ahead and actually taste I'm going to taste some of the devil's confections. Oh. All right, I did it. All right, I did it. Well, enough of that. How all you big cat lovers out there? It's me, Derek, and welcome to another super duper fantastic 500 special episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. I probably could have figured out some of the wording a little bit better, but I am pumped. I'm excited. We've got 500 of these things now under the belt. Technically speaking, nothing's under the belt yet, because, you know, I might just, like, you know, completely just derail this whole thing, crap my pants, all that stuff. So yeah. There was a number of people who wanted to, like, you know, help to influence some of the items or the subject matter for the Walk Around the Compound. I asked people on Twitter, and I asked people also on my Patreon if you could please give me some ideas. Like, what would you like to see for the 500th episode of the Walk Around the Compound? Are there any special things that you'd like to see? You know, there's Gibbs peeing. One of the folks said, like, hey, can we just see some of the animals that we don't normally see all the time? No. No. Hi, hello, hi, sweetie. So that's what we're doing right now. We're going around seeing some llamas, and we're gonna go see a turtle. Oh my gosh, look at this guy. He's coming right for us. Oh no, Godzilla. Oh no, Gibbs. This is not, I don't need, oh Gibbs, what are you doing? You're kind of making it, oh jeez. I was hoping that maybe that Godzilla and I were going to have like a special moment for the 500th episode. That would have been really funny if he would have tried to bite the tail. You know, it just so happens, and it's crazy because like sometimes these things have a weird way of just kind of working themselves out. But one person said like, hey, how about a butcher cast? Show some things being cut up and stuff. And it's just like, I don't know if that's really a great idea to be putting on my YouTube channel. Some people, and it's not to sit there and say that I can't think that like most people wouldn't be able to like handle it, but enough people would be like, yeah, it's not my cup of tea and it's not what I'm wanting to see. And I can respect that, I really do. But just so you know, all I gotta do is basically kind of like flick my camera up like that, but like more that direction, and yeah, they're cutting up a cow that is somewhat dead, ever so slightly dead. We're not going to show that. Sorry. I'm going to go into the compound. Bags, get your cute, fuzzy little hardcore Teegees over here. You know, craziest, most rough and tumble, most intimidating, beaten uppest cat that we got here in the compound. Center for Animal Research and Education. Had a number of different people were saying like, hey, incorporate chicken, please. We also had people that were saying like, hey, why don't you like do dancing and stuff? I'm going to talk about that. There's a different section. It's going to be kind of a strange one. I actually filmed a whole different segment that's going to be like in the middle. It's about a half-hour segment of me walking around and feeding chicken drumsticks to the cats. And it had to be that way. I mean, it didn't have to be. I mean, technically, I just can kind of decide, hi, Zizi. Hi, Zizi. Hi, how are you? I mean, of course, I can kind of decide, like, how things... The lemurs are freaking out about something down there. I don't know. Might be a snake or something. A lot of times, if they see a buzzard, like a buzzard flying around, they'll be like, ah, stranger danger, stranger danger. And then they make that noise. They make that noise. So there was a lot of people that said like, hey Derek, can you please feed some chicken drumsticks and things of that nature? And I said, of course I can. But one of the things about that is that we've got sweet old dear Grandma Raven who, she is not allowed to have chicken drumsticks. I know, we're evil, we're bad people. It's just terrible. But no, it's the bones. Bones are difficult. We worry about her. We worry about her being able to pulverize the bones and properly ingest them. But she is able to get bone meal type supplements, and she still does eat meat. But we have to kind of just give her like chicken breast and chunks of horse and stuff like that. So let me go grab a piece of that for her. And in the meantime, just hang out. Just hang out with Raven. Perfect timing. The girls just so happen to be thawing out some bags of meat for Raven's dinner. So there we go. She's going to get a little piece of horsey. Yeah, get a little piece of horsey because during the chicken drumstick section that you're going to see here in a little bit, Raven did not get any of the drumsticks. She was unable to partake. Yeah. What's up, Alex?
How's it going?
Oh, it's going well. How's it going with you?
Pretty good.
Oh, I'm filming my 500th webcast. Isn't that wacky?
So many.
It's so many. I know. I just babbling, and people for some reason still want to listen. It's insane. Oh, yeah, mind blown. All right. But I wanted to have like a different kind of section to set that other section up, because also I wanted to be able to film when the sun was going down and the moon has gone up, and long ago somebody left with the cup. I wanted to film that. I wanted to film, you know, him going the distance and him going for speed. Him all alone. All alone. Yeah, you know. Times of need. Hey, look, okay, we're not doing cake lyrics for the 500th episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Yep. So we just got to make sure that we're we're putting our stick shifts and safety belts in gear. Okay, enough with cake lyrics. We got a business to attend to. I wanted to be able to film. Hi, Sass. I wanted to be able to film when it was like this, when the light is perfect and it's cool and the cats are comfortable and all of that stuff. Hi, baby. I know, you got a belly full of meat, don't you? We just fed everyone. We just fed everyone. But I wanted to have the chicken drumsticks, of course, as a part of the 500th episode. And there was multiple people that suggested that, both on Twitter and on Patreon. I kind of had to, I definitely was spending a little bit of time on listening or reading the comments of the Patreon peoples. Look at that pretty girl. Look at that pretty girl. Well, we had a horse that came in, and I talk about, see, this is the thing, it's a bad thing about filming 2 segments for one webcast, because I talked about it. I talked about the fact that we had the horse and everything, and it came in, and more than likely it was going to make a lot more sense to basically just start feeding right after got done butchering, which is exactly what happened. So we started feeding, and I knew that if we started feeding and we wouldn't be able to go and have drumsticks be a part. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to get right out there and start doing the drumstick section. We're going to make this 500th episode basically like a weird, time jump kind of thing. Where basically the sunset time is going to be like bookending. Okay, you following me? It's going to be bookending the chicken drumstick time. All right, you're seeing what I'm putting down? Derek, you're kind of energetic right now. I guess I am. It's the very end of the weekend. I gotta drive. I got a 4-hour drive ahead of me. And once I get done filming, basically I'm just gonna go grab my bags, get my laundry out of the dryer, hop in the, well, I'm gonna, smooch Heidi first. I'm gonna smooch Heidi first and wipe away her tears, because she's gonna be like, I miss you so much. I miss you so much. Sometimes it's like that. Other times it's like, when the hell are you leaving? like you are getting on my nerves, mister. Shake. Hi, Ren. Melissa says hi. Oh, she's got her leg over there. She was growling. We fed, and she was saying like, "Get away from me! Get away from me and my leg." Hi, Yano. This is also, hold on. Okay, this is the angle that you're gonna see Yano, and maybe a little bit. Look away! Look away! No, Yano. Thank you. Hi. I know, and I'm gonna have to do some. This whole thing is there's gonna be a lot of kind of editing. There's a lot of editing that's going to be happening for this one. Or maybe I shouldn't say a lot of. Some YouTubers, like, they really, like, they crank out a lot of videos, and then they really put a lot into, like, the editing. Them themselves, the personalities themselves, like, they do a lot of work to edit their videos. And like me, it's like, nope. No. So it's busy. I'm busy. There's busyness. Yeah. Things like heads, like horse heads, I have to be super careful about showing those, because one, I really don't want to be disrespectful to the people who donate these animals to us. I really don't. And even like the cows, like, you got to be careful with those. But a lot of times, and I hate to say this, but I mean, as far as American culture is concerned, they are, raised for certain types of purposes of that nature. And also, most of the time, they're just black cows. And it's hard to say, like, that's my black cow, because they all look so similar. But horses, you can tell. Like, that is, so people could see that and be like, yeah, that's the one that I donated. And then he's showing it to his 100,000 strong, internet audience. I didn't sign up for that. Like, people, and you got to be careful. Not to mention that I've shown certain kind of more gruesome things. And it's been, YouTube said, circle slash with that. looks like you're not going to be getting the old $sign on this video. How do you like that? We're going to be putting our YouTube voodoo on you. Anyway, this whole thing is going to become like super, super long, so I'm just going to go ahead and start this middle segment. So this is going to be the first bookend. And then, yeah, so go ahead, go and watch me feed some chicken drumsticks on this 500th episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Drumstick. 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 Now that you put a drumstick. Come on down here, bud. Get you one of these patented, made in America chicken drumsticks. Oh, he loves it, folks. He loves it. Oh, and the crunch. Oh, the poultry, because it's not humanity. We're dealing with cats and we're dealing with chickens, two separate different animals. Well, this is going to be like the chicken kind of interlude in betwixt the other section, I guess you could say, that I'm going to be filming for the 500th Walk Around the Compound webcast. So it's going to be a little bit different. It's almost like we're time warping, except with chicken. And so, you know, I was getting the chicken ready. Meek, meek, meek. You want some chicken? Would you like a piece of chicken? They're for you. I know. She actually prefers the ice cream drumsticks, not the chicken drumsticks. You're doing that precariously over. I've seen cats. They'll like eat a chicken drumstick over a water bucket, and then they drop it in the water bucket, and then they're just like, huh, and then they just go bloosh. They go bloosh right into the bucket, and then they get it. Oftentimes, they will successfully retrieve their drumstick, but it's like, all right, now we gotta refill your water bucket. Oh my goodness. Oh, molasses. Okay, well, there we go. Peaser got it first, and Jake got it second. Now, Peaser has been pushing other cats out of the way, like consistently, ruthlessly. He's been pushing Jake and Luca out of the way and basically saying, all of your drumsticks belong to me. All your drumstick belong to us. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. But there were so many people who were saying, like, do something with chicken, do something with drumsticks, dress like a leprechaun for, like, different, because I, of course, asked people on Twitter, I asked people on Patreon, hey, can you give me some ideas? What? She's squeaking and eating chicken at the same time. Can you give me some ideas? And a number of people, of course, said, chicken! Feed chicken! So I'm like, I can do that. I can feed chicken. But I was getting the chicken, as I was saying before, I was getting the chicken ready. And I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, how am I going to, because I got to film stuff, I got to get the bucket, I got to get the tongs. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I don't need tongs. That's for, like, guests. That's for special kind of chicken feeding tours and whatnot, where we, like, say, like, oh yeah, you need to have tongas. All right. This is either going to be totally awesome or very embarrassing. Or just kind of like, whatever, I tried. No-y. I don't want to surprise you. So she's looking at me if you can't see. Okay, it actually landed on the, it landed on the platform underneath her. No, you got to go down 2 platforms to get the chicken. You got to go down 2 platforms to get the chicken. It's right there. Oh well. She'll figure it out. She'll figure it out. We've got more drummies that we've got to go through. Oh my gosh, Cassie. Did you not get a drumstick? I don't believe you. And she's like, no, I've never had a piece of chicken ever, actually. Never in the history of ever. Or chickens. All right. Whoa. Hello. Hi. Now, it's a little bit earlier than I was hoping to film for this, for any of the 500th stuff, but as circumstances would warrant and / or dictate, my choice in the matter was not exactly up to me. So it's a little bit warmer than I would like it to be, but had to start filming. Hey, here you go, sweetie. Here you go, sweetie. Nope, that's not. She's like, I don't want the one piece. I want the whole bucket. Hey, Shanti. Oh wait, nope, you're Naya. Actually, that's been happening the last couple of days. I've noticed that Naya has been kind of not really so interested in chicken. She might actually be going into heat, which would make sense. No, but the reason I'm out here filming right now is because Des and the girls are out there butchering a horse. And horse that had some neurologic difficulties. And some of those neurologic difficulties made it very, very pingy, very staticky, very kind of like, oh my gosh, and also very dangerous. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, the vapors. She's feeling the vapors. So many vapors. So many vapors. Basically, the horse was not having a good time, like super anxious all the time. Again, neurologic difficulty type stuff. Symptoms basically just made it just on hairpin trigger. And also rather violent and is, like almost hurting people, hurting itself, running into stuff and everything. And it's like, okay, this is one of those. So one of those types of things. But the people, of course, they very kind, very nice, very sweet. Hi, Ren. Melissa says hi. They dropped the animal off, and I know all the backstory. I know all the and I've had to deal with horses like that, and it can be like a very squirrely situation. And oftentimes it just needs to be dealt with a measure of expediency. You can't leave animals like that to sit in the corral for a more opportune time, because it's like they're gonna get stressed out, they're gonna run around all over the place. It's just not good. It's not good. Oh, hi. I don't know. Are you gonna actually want chicken? Sometimes he does, most of the time he doesn't. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see? He'll do stuff like that. I know. He's such a turd. Such a turd. And like a lot of times people will make the mistake of thinking like, oh, he's actually taking it. And then they'll drop it. And then Solano's just like, he just looks down at the chicken and then looks up at you. And he's just like, yeah, what do you want me to do with that? Oh, I'm not gonna eat it. Hi, bud. Hi, mister. It's 500. It's the 500th walk around the compound webcast. No, don't try to bite my fingers. Ren, you just got a piece of chicken. She's like, if that was true, then where is it? Where is the chicken? Riddle me that. Picture it didn't happen. Ren, we've been over this type of stuff. I'm currently filming, okay? I'm taking actually a series of pictures in rapid fire succession. There is video evidence of you receiving chicken. And then of course she's gonna be able to, kind of put me into a corner where she's like, all right, well, just show me right now. And I'm like, well, I'd have to stop filming. And she's like, uh-huh. Well, then you can just give me some chicken. Anyway. Didn't want to leave a horse inside the corral that was possibly going to be posing a danger to itself. And, I mean, let's say the thing tried to bust out of the corral, which I've seen horses jump over corral panels. It's rare, but it happens. You can't have that around here, so basically, yeah, you got to take care of that thing right away. So, today's going to be feed day. Feed day anyway. Hi. Hello. It's feed day today anyway. And more than likely, Des is going to want to feed shortly after Horsey gets butchered. Now, this takes me to, you know, my predicament, my dilemma. Okay, if we feed all the cats, well, who's gonna want to have a little piece of chicken, huh? Who's gonna want to have a little drummy stick when you got like a whole horsey stick? All right, so you have to pragmatically weigh these options. All right, it's not arithmetic; it's calculus when you make these types of decisions. So that's the reason why I'm out here a little bit earlier when it's a little bit warmer, feeding the cats, because I knew that their motivation for chicken would have been thoroughly sapped had I tried to do the drumstick portion after we were feeding. Hi, Poopaluka. Good boy. Good boy. Of course, Peaser. Of course, Peaser is like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I heard that there were drumsticks being given out. Is that true? Is that true? Peas, if I get to the very, very end, all right, I'll make you this promise. I will make you a solemn oath. If I get to the very end, if I make it through all the cats and I still have at least one left over, I'll give it to you. But I don't think that that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to be able to hit the numbers pretty good. Oh my gosh! 500, Munch. He's 500. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, I was getting the chicken ready and I was sitting there thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have like tongs in my back pocket and do all that stuff. And then, of course, light bulb pops up the head. It's like, Derek, you don't need to do tongs. You're level 4 tong authorization, aka you don't need tongs. Yeah, it takes a lot of years to get level 4 tong authorization. Kiki, good girl. I'm the prettiest girl at the dance today. I am so popular. All the kitties wanted to get to know me. I wonder why. Oh my gosh, you want a piece? Oh my gosh, please stay there. No, please stay there. Oh, Nadal. That is one thing a little bit difficult because I gotta have my left hand holding the chicken and managing the chicken, and normally left hand is actually doing the zoomies. It's doing the zoom function. The right hand is the gaffer and the left hand is the technical director, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, going around, doing the drummies. Vol Vol. Here you go, bud. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. No, you dropped it. Well, that's okay. You got some extra pepper on it, that's all. Oh, gotta put the thing down. And he's turning his back to us. Okay, so never mind. Compelling. compelling drama here on the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Episode 500. But thank you to everyone who had given kind of different suggestions. I know that some people were, they wanted to see me dance for some reason. Something like that. There was actually a couple of people. And there were literally people saying just like, dress up like a leprechaun. Oh, look at this spider. There's a spider. So, what does that look like? Oh no, you can't even see anything. It's hard because the sunlight makes a lot of glare. Alright, here we go. Here we go, episode 500. My episode 500 dance. What do you think? Ha, 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 walk around the compound. Ha, ha. All right, Drew, I did it. I danced. Moving on. Thank you so much to everyone who's so... All right, as I was reaching back to get my camera, off the ledge, my thumb actually hit the volume button, which also serves as a, hey, stop recording button. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Your Highness. So ladylike. So regal and poised. You can tell that you're a true princess of royal stature, of grace and poise and dignity. Good girl. Good girl. No. 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 Sorry. New phone, who dis? New phone, who dis? Alright. Firebug! Can you even see that I have chicken for you in celebration of Walk Around the Compound webcast episode 500? And there were some people saying like, yeah, dress like a leprechaun and dance, and I'm just like, I'm not even Irish. I think that would probably offend some people. It's like, just do it anyway. And I'm like, okay, it's not your name that has to go and answer for these types of things. Like, this is outrageous. Yeah, I would have like some, some coalition against certain types of defamation, being just like, oh, we're gonna put you on the we don't like you list. It's like, I'm so sorry, I was just trying to be, I was just listening to a recommendation that someone put on my Patreon channel. Oh my god. So, yeah. No. Ethnically, I am, oh my gosh, hi. Hello. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I don't got no more. I'm actually Czechoslovakian, Norwegian, a little bit of German, which is funny because my last name is Krahn, and that's a German name. So the German name was the one that kind of won out, but that actually comprises a slightly lower percentage of my ethnic makeup. That ain't gonna work. What is gonna work, Boomer? What is gonna work? Some people also were sitting there saying like, hey, for this Walk Around the Compound webcast, why don't you actually take people behind the curtain, just kind of break down the fourth wall, even if it's just for a second, and just say that you actually like the Teegees. And to that, I say, you're full of beans. Man, I keep on doing it. I keep on having to... Here. You made me do this, Boomer. You made me hit the volume button again. and it caused me to stop the recording. Okay, see, that's typical Teegees. Typical Teegees that I totally don't love, like, with all of my heart, and that I just propagate like, it's not totally not like I propagate Team Teegees versus Team BB's thing as a concocted, fabricated rivalry of sorts, just to get people kind of, you know, all fired up and, you know, acting. No, it's not like, it's totally not like I do that. This is real. My opinions in this matter are real. It is totally not like Slade is legitimately probably my favorite cat here at the facility as far as tigers are concerned. Not the case at all. You're never going to get me to admit that on the webcast. I'm just throwing it out there. Teegees are dumb. They're gross. They're ugly. They stink. And I totally do not love them with all of my heart. All right? See, you never got me to admit it. Never got me to admit it. Bet you feel pretty silly right now. Random person who said that. They also said, like, hey, you should do Editor Derek. You should bring back Editor Derek for a little bit. So probably maybe a good thing to do for Editor Derek is to actually, hi, choo-choo, choo-choo, is to maybe just put the names down of people who made certain suggestions. Are you going to actually eat it, or are you going to be weird and just leave it? Don't you leave it there. Actually eat it. Eat your food, Ezra. Oh my gosh, he's going to do it. He does this. He's becoming basically like another Solano. Makes it seem like, yeah, I like stuff. I like things. I like free stuff. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Look at him. You got a cat like Selena who basically goes chomp chomp gone. And then you got a guy like this just sitting there, just kind of daintily kind of nibbling at it, playing with it. As he chew. As he chew. Where are you? Could be something there. Gotta think of some lyrics. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I'll probably have to get a couple more drummies. That's okay. That's okay. I can do that. Hi. Hi, Orange. Arby's. Good boy. Good boy, old fella. Good boy, old man. Old man, Orange. I was talking about that today. I was doing a or was it today or was it yesterday? Actually, it was yesterday because we had some sweet guests, and I was actually doing a feeding tour with them. I was doing a chicken feeding tour with the sweet guests, and talking about how when I first started working here, how Allie and Archie were some of the young kitties, and then now they're kind of some of the older kitties, you know? It's weird. It's weird when you think about it in those terms. There you go. Butt chicken. It's a weird skill to have, but I'm not too shabby when it comes to aiming and targeting chicken. And like chicken drumsticks, you have to throw a certain way. Like chicken leg quarters, you have to throw a certain way just because the weight is different. And like you have to get kind of more of a boomerang thing kind of going on. So yeah, been throwing these things for years. Strange set of talents that you develop. Hi. There were some people that were asking like, oh my gosh, tell us some like funny intern stories or weird things that people have done on tours. I don't know, I can't. Yeah, sure, there's plenty of stuff. I guess I probably could have sat down and wrote some of this stuff down, but I can't think of anything in particular. Not anything that's, oh my gosh, let me tell you this crazy, sorry, I'm kind of teasing you, bud. That's any more different than Oh, you know, this one time, this one intern forgot to roll up the hose, and that's part of our policy. You gotta roll up the hoses so we don't run them over with the lawnmower. And yeah, I think that there's like times, well, I will say, Z. All right, there. Get the chicken. Hi. There's chicken right there. There's chicken right there. Go get it. Go get it. That's yours. You can have that. Oh my gosh, she's so stinking cute. You're so stinking cute. I will say that there was a period. There was a period about like 4 or 5 groups of interns straight. At least one of them. Melita would get the hose. Would get the fire hose. Because they were, you know, not doing what they were supposed to do or not paying it or whatever. And even if there was like half of a centimeter of hose tip, like in the fence when you're trying to fill up water buckets, oh, she was going to exploit that. She was going to get it. She was going to get it, and then all of a sudden it is a tug-of-war garden hose, which she just thought was the knees of bees. Loved it. And then I'd get a call, or Heidi would get a call. I'm like, Melita got the hose again. And it's like, ah, crap. I'll be right there. And then, of course, people are like, oh, I was hoping to just get a video of you just lounging in your pool. I know, you're so handsome. People say, like, well, what do you do in a situation like that? You gotta basically, because this is the thing. If you try to like pull, that's just going to entice her to pull her way. And she's like, oh, we're having fun. Or this is like triggering instincts. But it's like, you got to get that hose away. So one of the big things is, honestly, try to entice her with something that she wants even more than she wants the hose. Generally speaking, we'd have to go down to maybe you have to go down to the freezer. You grab like a chunk or a shoulder, horse leg, whatever. And then you'd be like, and then you'd like throw it, you know, next to the fence. And then she'd be like, oh my gosh, horse leg. And then she'd run over and then she'd try to get it through the fence. And then like really quick, you start like pulling the hose through the fence. And then she's just like, grab my hose. And then she like runs away. And there were a couple times, and it would get so frustrating because you'd be so close. You'd be so close to getting that hose out of the fence. And then she'd be like, not today. And then it'd be like that much, and like, and then it would start all over again. Oh, she was evil. She was so bad. Hi, boys. Hi, boys. You want that? There's a good boy. There's a good boy. These guys have actually been eating more chicken lately, which is very strange because they've historically not been big like chicken drumstick guys. It's very interesting. But they've been eating them a lot more. They like it. Hey, Mikey, he likes a bowl of dead chickens. I think we gotta get him. Mikey institutionalized. Alright. I got an empty bucket, but I think I've got some backup chicken over in here. Stand by. Hello. I got some extra chicken. Reserve selection of chickens. Yes. I also, popped right out of the old mouth there. Popped right out of the old mouth. All right, it's fortuitous because I got the extra chicken right when Des come up and talk to me. Right when Des come up and talk and say like, hey, I just got done butchering. If you want to go ahead and feed. And I said, I do. Let me just finish up with some of these kitties and then we'll go and feed. Right on. Oh. Yep, I see Lackey. All right. Hi, bud. All right. Let's see. I wasn't trying to bean you in the nose, but it did, and I mean, it's not like it hurt. And he was anticipating it, so that was comedic, I will say. So, excited for that. Excited for that. I don't know where Apollo is. Palo. 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 Well, he doesn't want it. All right, Lack Attack. Just because I beamed you. I beamed you on the old noodle. You get to have an extra one just for that. Get to have an extra one. Oh boy. Well, that's it. That's all the cats that wanted to have chicken. At least all the cats that wanted to have a piece of chicken got a piece of chicken. So that was a great section, a great segment of the overall webcast. That was another thing that someone was saying, like, hey, can you give us like a longer webcast? And I said, sure, why not? So I figure 2 separate sections, one large chicken section that's bookended by some of the another section that I'm going to film later after we feed and it cools down a little bit and the light's a little bit nicer. So yeah, maybe more of a traditional section. You know, I'm thinking, because I got more chickens. And I made the promise to Peaser. And then I started thinking, like, look, if I don't go back there and actually feed him some more chicken, then I am going to get so many comments from Denny Boo, because I didn't give her boyfriend JP more chicken. So, wanting to avoid that. Oh. Yeah. That was underhand. Oh my gosh. I got it in an 8-inch radius, like next to his face. That's how good of a chicken tosser I am. Gotta have goals, gotta have dreams, gotta work for them. I didn't become a chicken tosser overnight. Years of practice. All right. Okay, there's Luca. And there's Peaser. Hi. Here you go, Luca. All right. Here you go. There you go. All right, Peas. Gotta eat it. Gotta eat it quickly. All right, last piece for Peas. There you go, good boy. And that's it. No more chicken. All right, the chicken section of the 500th episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast is done. It's finished. Thank you for watching. And Derek, back to you.
Hey, many of you are fans of this so-called Editor Derek guy. Some bum who doesn't understand the fine art of filmmaking. Little did you know that the whole time it was actually Editor Travis pulling the strings from behind the scenes. Let me show you a little bit of my movie magic. Oh no, I opened up a tab that I wasn't supposed to open. Jesus, good. You're not supposed to see this.
Thanks, Derek. All right, we're back. We are back. 500. Man, that's... It's been quite the ride. It's been quite the ride. Been webcasting ever since 2014 when I started this channel. Some of you folks have been around ever since the very beginning. A lot of you folks basically just kind of found out about Care and me and all this stuff, and then and some of you just absolutely crazy, basically just saying just like, yeah, it was like it's like 600, like no 330. That's like at the time we'd be like at webcast 330, and then I would get a comment like, I just watched them all. Like, really? Oh my gosh, that must have taken you like months. It must have been maybe even like a better part of a year. Like, nope, 2 weeks. I pooped in a bucket. It's like, my God. So some people get really into, they get really into the saga, the ongoing saga. And I want to just say that this has been an amazing and an incredible journey, doing all of these webcasts and being able to showcase this place to you. And it's changed me forever. It's changed this place forever, lives of my family forever. And I want to thank you for allowing me that opportunity, for the fact that you just kept on, you know, coming back, wanting to, you know, see what me and the cats were up to again. And that's a special thing. I appreciate that. And I've grown a lot. Shut up! It is my 500th webcast. You couldn't have done this some other time. I'm trying to be having a poignant moment with my followers. Shut up! But there's been so many different kind of things. There's been ups and there's downs. We've seen new life come into this place. We've seen a lot of lives leave this place. We've had joy and happiness and laughter. We've experienced anxiety and dread and fear, like sometimes downright terror. And we've seen heartache and sadness and tears. And we've all kind of gone through that. We've all kind of gone through those things together. We really have. I know that I've grown and I know that I've changed a lot. Just as far as my temperament, my demeanor, how it is that I formulate ideas, how it is that I talk, my ideas, my opinions. And here's the thing, like so much of that has been shaped not just on the fact that it's a one-way street where I'm talking directly at you, but I listen, I read the comments, and I see what it is that you're wanting. And there's a lot of times where people, you know, I would have an idea, or I would say some things, or I would take a stance, and some people would be like, you know what, I kind of disagree with that, whatnot. But we've all been so, like, you know, respectful of each other, and this has been like probably one of the least toxic kind of internet communities I think I've ever seen, which is amazing. But yeah, I think that in a lot of ways doing this and webcasting, it's made me a better person. And you're the linchpin element of that, you, the viewer. I want to thank you. I really do. It's not out of like this kind of fakeness where it's just like, oh, I need to say the things that I think the people need to hear. I think I need to present things in a way that's like a manipulative kind of thing. No, a lot of times it's more like I have to kind of be the person that is worthy of this audience and is worthy of being able to have people to actually have listen. And yeah, you've helped. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate all the support that, you know, you folks have given, because I can't tell you how many different times we've been able to roll these social media, you know, endeavors, the different platforms that the people here at Care have, mine included, where we've been able to roll those into actual tangible, like brick and mortar type things. that have had tremendous benefit to this place. And it all comes back down to the tools that we carry in our pockets, these little phones that can talk to outer space. I mean, it's an amazing kind of thing, don't you think? Hi. Hi, Volvo. Hi, Volvo. It's been an incredible journey. It's been an incredible journey. And I think now is as good a time as ever to let you know that I'm actually going to be retiring from the internet. I really haven't been spending a lot of time with people. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm going to keep on webcasting. I'm going to keep on webcasting and posting on Instagram. Some of you probably like can still hear the audio, but like you like picked up like your glass, your beverage, and you just like threw it at your computer screen, and but the audio still works. You just have a pro computer screen. They're like, no. I'm not paying for your computer. You need to exercise more self-control. Jeez. I thought you knew me. Don't you know I make jokes? I am a spinster of silliness in so many ways. Not to say that I can't be serious. I've definitely been very, very serious for a lot of different kind of times, a lot of different things, a lot of different moments. I don't think that, I think it's more about, not having to take life so seriously. Being able to be silly, to point out some of the more absurd things about our existence, and also to take time to, appreciate the things that are really, really important, like how cute these guys can be when they're feeling good and when they're feeling squishy and when they're wanting to just roll in the grass and lick their peats and do all that stuff. I've been able to share so many moments with you folks. So many moments. And that's one of the biggest things. That's one of the greatest things that I have been able to experience just simply being here at CARE. Just in these moments. Fleeting. And then someday, someday they're all going to be gone. All the moments, all of them. But we have them right now. We're here right now. And that's what matters. That's what matters. And we appreciate the things that are happening right now. That may be one of the best things that I've learned. That I came to like in a lot of kind of independent kind of soul searching type stuff, just trying to, do things. But as far as like actually, webcasting, that helped me to kind of galvanize that sensibility, that idea, that the right now and the moments that you have are probably just some of the most important things, like being present in the moment, being present in the right now. And it's tremendously difficult, and you're not going to be perfect at it every time, but I'm telling you, you want to have actual, real, true, honest to goodness fulfillment, you got to start prioritizing stuff like that. What's happening right in front of you, and who is right in front of you. And when you break things down, hi potato head, when you break things down, there's a very small list of things in your life that are actually worth caring about. A lot of it boils down to basically, things like, your thoughts, your values, your family, your friends, your purpose, your sense of duty. Like, that's it. That's pretty much it. Most of the other stuff, most of the other externals goes to the wayside. You don't have to worry about it. Those few things, they're the things that matter. And for me, it's been a tremendous help. Yeah. And if I can condense just a little bit of that kind of feeling when I'm enjoying my moment, my moments of just like happiness and love and joy here if I can condense that and just give that in a little bit to you, then success. Success. That's all that matters. So, hug your kids, smooch your loved ones, cuddle with your pets, and fur babies. Appreciate them while they're here. Appreciate all the things that you got while they're here. Because someday they will be gone, but that's the natural order of things. That's just how it is. You don't lament the things that are gone before they're gone. And even when you do lose the things, don't spend a lot of time lamenting them, because you still got other stuff. You still got other things. You still have other joys. You still have other loves. Friends, families, duty, the stuff that happens up here, your thoughts. Always. You always have those things. Always, always, always. And time is just going to keep on marching on, regardless of what you think about it. Like 500 webcasts worth of time. And think of all the things that we've seen. Think of all of the experiences that we've had and the feelings that we have felt. All of us, you, me, the people here that care. It's been a trip. It has been a trip. And as time goes on, and I do more webcasts, this place is going to continue to change and go through different phases of being. And that's okay. And that's okay, because that's just what life does. That's what time is. But right now, things are good. What more do you want? All right. I love you folks. I really do. I guess I'll keep you. I'll keep you around. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye-bye.